Once upon a time, in a small town, there lived a mischievous young boy named Timmy. Timmy was notorious for playing pranks on his neighbors and getting into all sorts of trouble. One sunny day, Timmy decided to play a prank on old Mr. Thompson, the grumpiest man in town. He sneaked into Mr. Thompson's backyard and replaced all his garden gnomes with pink flamingos. Timmy thought it would be hilarious to see Mr. Thompson's reaction. The next morning, Mr. Thompson stepped outside to tend to his garden. As soon as he saw the pink flamingos, his eyes widened in disbelief. He couldn't believe his eyes and thought he must be dreaming. He looked around, expecting someone to jump out and yell, "Gotcha!" But no one was there. Mr. Thompson scratched his head, wondering how on earth his garden gnomes turned into pink flamingos overnight. He thought he might be going crazy. He decided to call the local newspaper, thinking they might have an explanation for this bizarre phenomenon. The newspaper reporter arrived at Mr. Thompson's house, ready to investigate the mystery. Mr. Thompson showed him the pink flamingos in his garden and explained how they magically appeared overnight. The reporter, struggling to keep a straight face, tried to offer a logical explanation. He said, "Well, Mr. Thompson, it seems like your garden gnomes have undergone a peculiar transformation. It could be an extremely rare natural occurrence known as gnome flamingo metamorphosis." Mr. Thompson looked at the reporter with a mix of confusion and skepticism. He had never heard of such a thing. The reporter continued, "You see, when the moon is full and the stars align just right, garden gnomes have been known to sprout feathers and turn into flamingos. It's a rare sight indeed." Mr. Thompson, still unsure if the reporter was joking or being serious, nodded slowly. He decided to accept the explanation, thinking it was better than having no explanation at all. Word of the gnome flamingo metamorphosis incident quickly spread throughout the town. People couldn't help but laugh at the absurdity of it all. Timmy, hearing about the commotion he had caused, giggled to himself, proud of his prank. From that day forward, whenever someone mentioned pink flamingos, the townspeople would chuckle and remember the time when Mr. Thompson's garden gnomes transformed into those flamboyant birds. And Timmy? Well, he learned that sometimes the best pranks are the ones that bring joy and laughter to everyone involved, even if it means a few pink flamingos in someone's garden.